Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to ETC Plays Expedition 33. I'm sorry that first part was a little bit short. I'm still figuring out how long I want these parts to be, or if I just want to slice them up into chapters, dungeons, how exactly I want to handle this. So, feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy.
How did you survive the Gomage? Which expedition are you from? Fall back! To go! He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde! What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The indigo tree.
Snap out!
Well, alright, that was not the start we were looking for Expedition 33 here. It wasn't the best, but couldn't have been the worst start to an expedition, right? At least we made it to shore. Right. Where the f have we found ourselves, Gustavs? Alright, this looks friendly if you are speech rule. They've got kicked into a mountain or something. But we're walking. For now. Do you think Gustav's here? Do you think he's got a bad ticker? Or do you think it's some sort of, like, pollution from his robotic arm? Because it's happened a few times now that he just sort of seems to freak out. But obviously it's a pretty tense situation. It'd be understandable that, nah, he's just having a bit of a panic attack, he'll be right. But alright, here we are in totally not heaven, Spring Meadows. Never forget when you start a new game, always check behind you. Quite often there's goodness. It's not much, but it ain't nothing. Living up to that old tradition of secrets and waterfalls. This is one of the more Souls-like elements of the game. I guess it isn't just Souls-likes that have sort of bonfires that refill your resources. Stranger in Paradise also handled itself like this. But you find these expedition flags that serve as checkpoints, and they refill your potions. You also have revives like Phoenix Downs. And your tents, called Chroma Elixirs, which fully restore all parties' HP all party members' HP, but can't be used in combat. Get our first realistic over on here. Show what you got, guys. One of the mechanics I actually quite like about the game is these weak points. It's good for filling up those bars. And honestly, with a lot of the you get, you can do an array of useful things with the shots if you do have a build. You just have the odd spare AP, getting a stack of burn on vehicles. Eventually, using to break people. So it ends up just being fairly convenient use for your AP. If you do just sort of have some money there. Or of course if you get that feels bad moment of leaving the enemy on just a sliver of health. Rather than costing another player their time, you can just pop a shot in there. You can take as many shots as you'd like at a time, AP permitting, of course. So you actually can get the damage to add on a decent little bit. It's not going to be as good as your abilities or anything, but because it doesn't take your time, I think it can often be worth it. Right, well, I'm sort of wandering around here. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you don't really appreciate that I am sort of like looking around the environment, just sort of taking a moment to quite literally smell the flowers. Because obviously this is not supposed to be a speed run, but I'll be honest, I probably could clear the game in like 20 hours if that's what you're more interested in seeing. not like a literal speed run, but keeping a brisk pace, rather than giving you all time to enjoy this experience with me. It's so weird that the people that everyone's killed just petrify. It's super creepy. And there's some poor soul flying up in the sky. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. But like, for real, we got turned into a goddamn tree. Some fucking Elden Ring Erd Tree burial shit. It's a pretty cool looking gun. Be ashamed to mess it up. It's got a goofy looking trigger though. Looks like you stab yourself in the head.
You do that.
You'd be fine with that, Amore.
We both die.
Don't sell yourself short. Unless you think the bullet would hit you both, and like... Nah, you'd be right.
Hey. Fucking hell.
You can't blame him for being
Wake up,
caught.
Gustav.
No name.
Yeah,
The others.
it's pretty cool.
I know.
This is not
We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one
Amen.
falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place.
It's one of the things I've always personally believed. You should try and leave the world a better place than you entered it.
The luminous
More
converter
people
seems intact.
felt like
It's
that.
about time we test it in real conditions.
Maybe we wouldn't be in the places we are. Not really grandstand or anything.
Putain.
I just think it's an interesting message that when one falls, we continue. It's true about humanity. There are people which
Let the ink flow.
with found Bruno's mechanic kind of cumbersome. It just sort of does take a amount of time to sort of accomplish. Unlike someone like Meow, who can pretty easily within a time get into her damage dealing state. Even Gustav can charge an overdrive within A ability once you're built. Some of them have weapons can help with this, don't get me wrong. But it is something that I feel encouraging to use those weapons. Because honestly, there's a lot of pretty good. But I at least personally felt quite inclined to use one to generate strains. Stains. What do I know?
Feel the burn. if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we? It really works.
In context
dead
of the
yet.
rest of the game, that Majigger really is quite extraordinary.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
I wish they went into a little more about like how the humans in this world learn how to use Chrono and how it actually works. But it is the MacGuffin of the story. It simply functions. There's nothing wrong with that. I've just enjoyed power systems and especially magic systems being explained. Because obviously if it is just sort of like, if it is just like the live stream, like manipulating the fabric of reality like a force or something, then it sort of suggests that that's what the paintress is doing when she's painting those numbers and causing the collage. But, you know, that's a reasonable assumption, but it seems wild. But does that mean humanity learned how to do what the gods were doing in front of their eyes? Interesting. Also, will quickly apologise. I am a quite pious, God-fearing man, and do view the paintress as some sort of creative deity, I suppose, of this world. I realise it's not portrayed as a god in this game. But it's pretty normal in RPGs to, you'll be a bunch of kids on your way to go fight God and change the world order. This game is different. It's just told in a very easy way.
Ice! Shut! Take cover! Take cover!
With Gustav's overcharge mechanic, summons to charge her abilities just getting charged, which lets him use his arm at a stronger activation rate. It's not that complicated, but it works pretty well, and it's an excellent early game break. So I appreciate it
Well, that
as
will
a
help.
starting character, just to sort of demonstrate the mechanics. But all of your party
This will be
members do
useful.
have some unique combat mechanic, like I was mentioning with Lune's stains. If you want to read the tutorial, it's explained a little bit better there. Once I start realistically interacting with those systems, I'll probably get into a little more detail about what is actually going on with builds. In the second part of the game, we are sort of getting used to fire hunters, shooting at points, trying to find that break bar and see it underneath the health bar.
Ice.
So once you feel like break 30, basically just skip on sometimes two. It doesn't need stuff to defensive walls and breaking them.
Nice.
Oh, but I never heard anybody.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned. The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
I always miss those roads. Not like I wish they were around. I never noticed them. Makes me feel silly. So hopefully I don't have too many of you screaming at me in the comments about you missed this, blah blah blah.
Interesting.
We try
Nice.
to keep an eye out. Get the other side of this house. Where are we headed? I might be soon.
Here we are, huh?
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
That I will have very early stages. I don't want to dive straight into spoilers without any context.
Nice.
So especially for the early couple of videos, feel free to let me know. Would you rather me just like cut the fights out if I don't have anything to say during them?
We can use that.
Because obviously I'm not going to sit here on camera and farm. But I don't want you to see the encounters, because quite often enemies do drop weapons, big does, things of the ilk. And I don't want this to sort of look like a walkthrough for, at the end of the dungeon chapter, however I choose to do this, I show you like a little clip of where to get every picto in the level. I'd rather you just organically experience that. But if that is annoying, then feel free to let me know. I suppose similar experience, like me doing levels and stuff. Obviously, I could cut this stuff out, but some people care about how I'm building, where my stats are going. It's always makes very long. I do respect you guys' time. So if you would rather me sort of condense this down into parts that actually matter rather than as a full
Ready to evade.
It's cute that they're giving different rules for the different levels of charge for his arm. I don't have to bother doing that. Right. I guess this is one of the things I can talk about. I probably will spend a lot of time in this menu. I am a big believer in once you find a picto or equipment, whatever it is, if it has unlockables through it, you should make an effort to unlock it. And, you know, if you're not the sort of person who cares and you're not like go into the tank and try and figure out what happened, then like fair enough, don't worry about it. It's not like super important. Danger! I like to do. I'm prepared if I do. Eventually, in this game, there's like 4 fights to one enemy picto, comes in Illumina. And it creates these special dynamics like you equip a picto, over a couple of fights,
This is weak.
to like 1, 1, 4 Illuminants. At which point you can equip the new pictos you've picked up in that time, and then rinse and repeat. And you're obviously not going to keep every ability you learn, but within reason, it's a way that you do to sort of passively become stronger in a way that you choose. Sorry for doing this fight ahead. I was like, it's gone. These things.
Ice. Chroma's flowing.
This was weak.
Alright. Continuing on. That's fine. Oh shoot. We got the flying boys in the house. Flying enemies can only realistically be hit with 3 aim shots, so it can be a little bit frustrating. But the nice thing about it is carries are down to hit, so you can carry them hard, which most of them carry hard, but quite often a little faster than you expect. It can be an easy way to quickly carry. This one of the ballet dancers in Serene, where they're quite easy to counter. Honestly, I think it's just a better way to engage them.
This one looks
rather than
dangerous.
wasting your energy trying to shoot them. Unless they're the only thing on the battlefield.
Let me flow.
Battlefield, I think it'd be quite helpful to try and get down this one on this character.
I'm ready.
Oh, this is a chromatic? I didn't realize I was on fire. Chromatic enemies, I think I'm almost certain there's one. So they're element enemies, they very often drop by moves or good So if you can afford the time to sort of figure out their timing, I'd say it's definitely not good. At the stage, you can significant damage from it. They do have an excellent damage with the power of weak shot hits. I was that broken down.
Ready to evade. I'm ready. Not looking good.
These were another point of attention for me with the title that if I do this, then do you want me to upload the attempt? Like, obviously not singularly, but much like with showing farming and stuff, I'm sure you don't want to see me try and be that for however long it takes me. And you get pretty good rewards for beating them, so I'm probably going to give that another shot or two. As long as we don't doing bad then. Its attacks aren't like that hard to counter. Just seem to be able to get some mistakes. I didn't realise this my first time through. That is a very endgame enemy model. Because of the washed out colour, I don't know if it's a clear or an obscure. But there are these weird enemies. One's immune to light, one's immune to dark. And then there are these fusions of them called clear obscures.
This one looks dangerous.
They're kind of annoying to fight, but they look really cool. The questions that are further questions for another time.
Romance flowing. Ice. Let the ink flow.
I think I will show like my first attempt against the chromatics, just in case I do.
Ready to evade.
I think we can both happily say that we don't want to sit here and watch me fail for half an hour. That would not make a very good part.
Blue trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful. Well, that will help. Interesting. Let us stay there.
weak.
Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The climbers' expedition.
Let us thank them for that. Something's wrong with it. Why isn't it attacking us?
Well, it certainly attacked them. An expedition journal. 81. Learn from the ones who came before.
Yes, not
And lay the
so
trail
right.
for the ones who come after.
Expedition 81, René. Huge discovery. This is the first Nevron with whom we've been able to communicate. It seems stuck in this cave. Gregoire is, as usual, deeply suspicious, but this could change our entire understanding of Nevrons and the Painters.
They communicated with a Nevron.
The dead here don't disappear like in Lumiere. Their chroma stays inside their bodies.
On the beach, some did disappear.
I guess it did.
He wasn't a Nevron.
We do see
Something
a
about
bunch
the
of
way
dead people
Nevrons
around it.
kill seems to affect our chroma.
Perhaps your friend here can enlighten us.
Those are lens lenses.
It really does speak.
What do you mean, light?
Did you kill these people?
Petrify them of death. Seemingly. Quite strange.
Painted? By the
But I like these
painters?
guys. These are another form of chromatic Nevron, but they're not hostile. There's a side quest type to these guys. That I will
If we bring it light,
talk a little more about.
perhaps
in
we
the
can
future.
learn more.
You find a fair few.
I'm not sure
early on
that's
in
a
the
good
game.
idea.
Then there's some very interesting things to say. I agree with Lune about, I don't see the harm in talking to Nevrons. There's so much we don't know. Oh, they're helping them. And, you know, gotta get them to cooperate somehow. Probably can't torture now. That kid, don't get him.
Flares!
Chroma
Survivors.
back, get our reses back.
Hurry!
May as well do our leveling up. Every level up you get 3 skill points. Level cap of 99.
We can use that.
This means that you can max 3 stats of your choice. They all cap at 99. But honestly, that's one of my complaints about the game. I don't think your stats have a gigantic impact on your stats, ironically.
Well,
By the end game,
that will help.
Pictos are making up like 80% of your stats. Like, even at this point, they're doing a pretty significant job. It's like, you know, I could put like 15 crit in to get like 5% crit. Or I could put the Picto to get to get 9. And, you know, some stat scale better than others. I'm sure if you do have max of it, it does get you a reasonable amount of health. But I don't think I'm really getting to 9,000 or anything. Yes, I'm sure it's a health in this game. It's very well designed, it's a stat without violence.
Ready to evade.
Notice there, I went and tried the chromatic death rock again. Take this who you will. I hate this little crescent thing. It's funny and confusing. Yeah, as you can see there, it's not too bad. You can sort of clear out these flyers, take a couple shots at them. Or you can just get a parry. So I heard in the audio in yesterday's recording, I apologise to you all if you could hear my chair. I'm like, a lot of
Feel the burn.
Get ready.
Well, that will help.
That blue thing that I just punched, they call it
This will be useful.
It's thankfully a pretty easy one, but something you don't unlock until later. Just in case people got confused. Why are you just ignoring that? I don't know.
Let me help.
Let us stay.
By the way, am I right? You picked up a big berry called Dead Energy. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work how I thought it was. It's quite good. Flying enemies. If you do a dedicated free shot build, it just gets you 3 AP of that character. I thought that was like again. And it was just whenever an enemy died in your presence.
We could light something with this.
But thankfully, it is very cheap to equip once you unlock them. I believe it only costs 2 Lumina. I'll be honest, there's 3 of them. I think all 3 of them cost 2 Lumina
Interesting.
each. So it is one of those niceties they've given us early on to make the flying enemies a little less annoying. If you can just sort of 2-3 shot them, you can just get that AP back. Or obviously, if you do catch enemies on very low health, you can get a little bit of sly AP by taking the finishing shot. It's honestly one of the pretty cool things about this game, that we don't have an MP system like most RPGs. It's more like an energy system, and there's a lot you can do to manipulate that energy. If you do actually want to gain it, you can take a lot of actions in a turn. Obviously, abilities are a full action in D&D terms, so it will end your turn. Same as hurt, base attack, which I honestly almost wish there was a Picto so it didn't end your turn, but that would probably be too good. It'll be interesting, and I think it'll be something extremely interesting to make base attack builds a little more viable, because I feel like they could use that. Maybe that's not for me. Because it really is an awful lot of build variety in this game.
What did it
Because
mean
there are
by
silly
light?
interactions with the buffs
Let's keep
chaining
an eye
into
out
each
for other
other, so
Nevrons
when you give someone powerful, you'll also give them shell. When you give them shell, you'll also give them rush. So you realistically can use most party members as a buffer, and because of that, you can give people AP whenever you give them a buff, whenever you give them particular buffs, like with Energizing Rush. So it does just mean that there are characters that, look, I aesthetically like them, but don't really know what to do with them. You can just sort of use them to fuel your other party members. And I appreciate that all of the characters have a way to be sort of built as a support, if that's what you want to do. There's not a dedicated character that Luna is the mage and the only mage, so of course she is the white mage and the only healer. She is one of the more direct healers. She obviously does have healing abilities, but she's not the only character with healing abilities.
We might learn something.
Gustav has the ability to heal himself at least, which isn't quite the same thing, but is something. Because later on in the game there are also Pictos that will let characters share the healing of your other party members, so you could eventually use things like this to heal your other party members. That would be quite an involved build. I will acknowledge Gustav would not be a good healer, but I do think it's extremely interesting that you could do it. Even if it is just for aesthetic reasons of, no, I think he's a kind soul. I don't think he wants to see other people in the expedition die. So had he the ability to save them, I think he would.
This one looks dangerous.
Sorry for rambling. One of the reasons I do get involved in this Lumina system. Once you learn Pictos, you get Lumina points every level.
An advantage.
Okay, damn. I just went looking for the footage of me killing the Chromatic Lancia, and I apparently deleted it. clean the data out of my PS5 today while transferring it all over to a hard drive, and I just looked through the hard drive and could not find that footage. But as you saw, it dropped 5 color of Luminar, some polished chroma catalysts, and a level 2 Lance Ram to the weapon to boost off. So thankfully, no one won't be running back here to try and fake my obsession. But we rest up, and now having given the resin to the funny little lantern fella, I wish him the best of luck finding his mistress.
Leo!
Fuck. It's big. Fall back!
Putain de merde.
Ooh, worth it. Oh no. This exposition has been quite the disaster.
Ready to evade.
Oh, I'm surprised they seem to smart enough to try and catch prey. I don't even know if they consider us prey, they seem to kill people within 8 and everything. Alright, everybody, let's do this.
Take him down.
I don't know how to say that name, to be completely honest with you. Some enemies have shields with right fast. We can also get shields actually. They're pretty hard for any player character to get. But some people have weapons to get and whatnot. Same effect, they just ignore a hit. It's quite useful in the end game. Be scared. Go around. God, I love that. Thunder Trap first side, which is basically, it gives you 4 out with it. Since it will cost 2, it basically double refunds itself. So it's a nice easy way if you get diamond shots to try and get Lunas and early AP games. So you can actually try and generate these stains. Without 5 times. It's not too bad to play.
I won't. Ready to evade.
Double this time?
Ice. Shatter.
Yeah.
Let me paint death!
Wait, what you're experiencing here is why you should get all the features as soon as you can. It's quite useful. Obviously, it's still a game, it's easy said and done.
Building up.
But it is quite nice.
I'm ready.
If you shoot its core, I'm pretty sure it stops it from there. No, I guess it doesn't. I think that was kind of recharging. Pity. You can do it, Gustav. I believe. Oh shit. Oh, she's back up again. I guess it wasn't enough. Let's go, Zombie Lune. Boy.
Celebrate later. There'll be others.
I actually did that for like every
Should be safe up in the tree.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly think that was so fucking cool. They do it for a chunk of them. Maybe me and the devs just have a different perspective on what is a boss. Because obviously they're not going to do it for like every chromatic.
Wait, there's a message on the wall. Took mile to the weird corals. Head north.
That's if they
look
would.
for a door inside a hut.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this?
And it's nice getting these sort of cinematic finishes.
It sounds like an expedition.
Getting to
but
see your
everyone
party do
knows to
something a
sign
little
their
more
messages.
exciting in
They might have
combat.
been in a hurry.
I don't know.
It's a nice payoff.
Sound like anyone on the team. What if it's a trap? The man on the beach.
It's a lead. Our only lead. Whoever this is knows Maya.
idea.
We have to go.
No,
Maybe that dude just
not
bit
yet.
it.
Protocol is to regroup at the rally point and wait 3 days.
Yeah, you know, he did just bite
This
it.
message feels off. If it was an expeditioner, they would have stayed here. Everyone knows the protocol.
Right, but they may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
Protocol doesn't cover
There's
every contingency.
3 days!
No,
What are you planning to eat for those 3
It's
days,
protocol.
Lune?
We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result? Look, I'm going after Maya.
Protocol also states, never move solo. I'll let you choose which protocol to break.
Yeah, when shit gets to this food bar, like, Chuck's protocol. Always good to check if the game moves you. Well, did it walk you past anything? Are they trying to hide some secrets from you? Maybe some sectets? But again, it doesn't appear there's anything down here at least. No. No idea how to get that. Straight up. But the purple items are only ever Color of Lumina or upgrade stones, like Chroma Catalysts. So it's not that important.
This will be useful.
It's gonna eat me up inside. Yeah, the root's down. Watching this back in the recording, I saw it. So, thank you for anybody in the comments who bothers to point out that second rope there. But to finish my point about purple items being Chroma Catalysts or Color of Lumina, light blue items, like sort of sky blue items, they're always Pictos, and the white items are always Chroma. I guess purple items can also be quest items, but there's not too many quest items in the game. Most of them are like boss drops and stuff, so you don't actually see that.
So, the
So Peter
message said
mentioned that
head
it's not like
north.
it either kind of is a
Weird
rarity thing,
corals.
but it's not like a blue one could be a lot of chroma, or like multiple upgrade materials. Just in case you're not the sort of person that's inclined to go and pick up Lumina. But you know, that is Spring Code, done and dusted. I hope you've enjoyed this far. Hope you're having a great day. Until next time, spread love. Bye.